Our first stop, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, home of the iconic Petronas Towers. Between 1998 and 2004, these twin skyscrapers were the tallest buildings in the world, standing at a remarkable 1,483 feet. Just 33 feet taller than the Sears Tower in Chicago, which was briefly bumped down to second or third depending on how you measure it. The Petronas Towers held their crown until Taipei 101 overtook them in Taiwan. And then came the Burj Khalifa in 2010, which dwarfed everything that came before. But still, the Petronas Towers remain the tallest twin skyscrapers on Earth. These towers aren't just beautiful, they're functional too. They serve as the headquarters of Petronas, Malaysia's national oil and gas company. Built at a cost of $1.6 billion, they also feature the world's highest two-story bridge, located between the 41st and 42nd floors. For those looking for even more elevation, there's an observation deck on the 86th floor that gives a sweeping view of the Malaysian skyline. The design, it's postmodern, courtesy of architect Caesar Pelli. His goal was to create a 21st century icon for Malaysia. Since Islam is the official religion, he wove in principles of Islamic architecture, crafting a design that represents the heart of Malaysian identity. But like many megaprojects, construction wasn't smooth. At one point, a batch of faulty concrete paused everything. There were serious concerns it had been used throughout the structure. Luckily, only one floor was affected. It was demolished, rebuilt, and work resumed, but the delay still cost an estimated $700,000 per day. From there, we head to Singapore, where a bold new project was about to rise. In the mid-2000s, the country had just lifted a 40-year ban on gambling. Their goal: attract more tourists and boost the economy. Big names like MGM Mirage and Wynn Resorts competed for a spot. But it was Las Vegas Sands, the company behind the Venetian, that won the bid. Their vision, a $3.2 billion luxury resort known as Marina Bay Sands. To bring it to life, they invested nearly $4 billion and paid another $1.2 billion just for the 6 million square foot site. But due to labor shortages and soaring material costs, the development price climbed to over 8 billion Singapore dollars, or $6.8 billion USD by 2009. At the time, it was called the most expensive standalone resort ever built. But unlike many ambitious concepts, this one was delivered. Today, Marina Bay Sands boasts a 2,500-room hotel, a 1.3 million square foot convention center, a massive mall, a museum, and several celebrity chef restaurants, including to by Wolfgang Puck. And of course, the casino floor is a gambler's paradise, 500 tables and over 1,600 slot machines. But what truly steals the show is the Sky Park, a 1,100-foot-long rooftop structure connecting all three towers. Visitors can swim in the infinity pool with one of the most jaw-dropping views in the world. It was marketed as a $100 billion luxury paradise, a futuristic city where people could live, work, and play by the sea. But today, Malaysia's forest city is far from the dream it once promised. What was supposed to be a vibrant metropolis is now a quiet ghost town, filled with deserted towers and empty streets. The idea first surfaced in 2006 when a Chinese company called Country Garden announced plans to create a sprawling smart city off the coast of Johor Bahru right near Singapore. Malaysia, inspired by Singapore's tourism success, was eager to capitalize on the location and pitched their own development ideas. Then Country Garden came in with their vision: build a futuristic forest city across a series of man-made islands. It would include luxury apartments, hotels, offices, golf courses, and technology parks, a new hub for innovation and wealth. Chinese investors bought in fast, with thousands investing in properties that didn't even exist yet. Developers expected over 700,000 residents to move in quickly. But by 2019, only about 500 people had actually relocated. Business Insider later reported that the population has grown slightly, but still remains less than 5% of what was originally expected. So how much would it cost to live in Forest City today? In 2017, you could buy an apartment for about $170,000, but now prices have skyrocketed, up to $1.1 million for a unit. Compare that to nearby Johor Bahru, where apartments average around $141,000 and where, at least, there's actual life. Now picture this, you're sailing down the Red Sea between Saudi Arabia and Egypt when a reflection catches your eye, not from the water, but from a massive mirror. It's not just a reflection, it's the Line, a mind-bending megaproject proposed by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. A linear city like no other, stretching 110 miles across the desert. To parallel skyscrapers, each 1,600 feet tall and 660 feet wide, mirror each other across the landscape. Dubbed a sustainable city of the future by some and a dystopian experiment by others, the Line is part of Saudi Arabia's ambitious NEOM initiative. The projected cost, a staggering $725 billion. Everything inside the Line will be powered by sustainable energy, no cars, no roads. Just a high-speed underground train system that promises to get you from one end to the other in just 20 minutes. Between the mirrored walls will be lush outdoor landscapes. The vision is to house and employ around 9 million people, all monitored by artificial intelligence. Saudi leadership says the AI will optimize life and improve the city through data. But the idea of constant surveillance leaves many observers skeptical. Construction began in late 2022, and drone footage from October shows signs of early groundwork. According to Saudi officials, the first residents could move in as early as 2023. Whether that's realistic or not remains to be seen.